Have you ever pictured retirement as this perfect, endless vacation, full of quiet mornings, leisurely pursuits, and absolutely no stress? We're often told it's the golden years, a reward for decades of hard work, where every day is a Saturday. But what if I told you that glittering picture isn't always the full story? What if there are some tough realities, some brutal truths that nobody really talks about? Truths that can catch even the most prepared among us by surprise. It's not meant to scare you, but to help you navigate this significant life change with your eyes wide open. Many people step into retirement expecting one thing and finding something completely different, leading to feelings of confusion, disappointment, or even a sense of loss. It's a painful reality when the dream doesn't quite match the lived experience. But understanding these hidden challenges can actually empower you to face them head-on, turning potential pitfalls into opportunities for growth and deeper satisfaction. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on 6 brutal truths about retirement that most people are never warned about, giving you the insights you need to truly thrive. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. One of the very first realities that often hits people harder than they ever imagined is the profound loss of identity and purpose that can come with stepping away from work. For decades, your job, whatever it was, likely defined a significant part of who you were. Think about it when you met new people. One of the first questions almost always was, "What do you do?" Your profession wasn't just a way to earn a living. It was a source of status, routine, social connection, and a daily sense of accomplishment. You had goals, projects, deadlines, colleagues, and a clear role within a larger organization or community. Then, suddenly, that's all gone. You're no longer the doctor, the teacher, the engineer, or the small business owner. You're just retired. This shift can leave a gaping void, an uncomfortable silence where the daily buzz of purpose used to be. It's not just about missing the work itself, but missing the feeling of being needed, of contributing, of having a schedule that gives shape to your days. For some, this loss can feel like grieving a part of themselves, leading to feelings of aimlessness, boredom, and even depression. You might find yourself asking, "Who am I now? Without my job?" And the answer isn't always clear right away. This is where the brutal truth lies. Retirement isn't just a financial transition. It's a massive identity shift. Many people don't realize how deeply intertwined their self-worth and daily structure are with their professional lives until that structure is removed. The solution isn't to find another full-time job, necessarily, but to proactively seek out new sources of purpose and identity before you retire, or very early on. This might mean reigniting an old passion you never had time for, like painting, gardening, or learning an instrument. It could be volunteering for a cause you deeply believe in, offering your accumulated wisdom and experience to a new generation or a struggling organization. Perhaps it's taking on a part-time consulting role, not for the money, but for the intellectual stimulation and connection. The key is to replace the structure and meaning that work provided with something equally fulfilling, something that makes you feel useful, engaged, and alive. It's about consciously building a retirement resume of meaningful activities that define your new identity, not just a list of things to fill time. Without this proactive approach, the sudden void can feel immense and isolating. Building on that, another brutal truth that often catches retirees off guard is just how quickly the financial reality can bite, much harder than anyone ever really warned them about. We spend years saving and planning, trying to build up that nest egg, and we often have a number in our head that feels safe. But what we often overlook are the hidden costs and the relentless march of inflation, coupled with unexpected life events. You might have planned for a certain amount for daily expenses, but what about the sudden, expensive car repair, or a new roof? Or, more significantly, the ever-increasing cost of healthcare, especially as we age even with Medicare. There are deductibles, co-pays, and prescriptions that add up rapidly, not to mention the potential need for long-term care, which can decimate savings in a blink. Many people discover that their retirement income, while seemingly sufficient on paper, simply doesn't stretch as far as they thought it would in the real world. Perhaps you planned for leisurely travel, only to find that flight prices and hotel rates have skyrocketed, making those dreams much harder to afford. Or maybe you wanted to help your children or grandchildren, but find that doing so puts a significant strain on your own ability to live comfortably. The financial reality of retirement often involves less discretionary spending than anticipated, and a much tighter budget than many had hoped for. This can lead to a constant underlying anxiety about money, even if you're not facing outright poverty. It's the fear of outliving your money, or of a major unforeseen expense wiping out your reserves. What's the lesson here? It's not just about having a number, but about having a realistic and adaptable financial plan. This might involve consulting with a financial advisor who specializes in retirement income planning, one who can help you account for inflation, healthcare costs, and unexpected contingencies. It also means being prepared to adjust your lifestyle if necessary, even if it feels like a compromise. Maybe that dream vacation becomes a shorter, closer trip, or a fancy restaurant meal becomes a delightful home-cooked one. Exploring part-time work, not out of necessity, but as a way to supplement income and keep your mind active, can also be a valuable strategy. It's about building in flexibility and a buffer, understanding that the economic landscape is always shifting, and your financial needs in retirement might be more dynamic than you first imagined. You have to be proactive about regularly reviewing your budget and your investments, rather than just setting it and forgetting it. It's a continuous process of management and adjustment, often more hands-on than many anticipate. Moving forward. Another challenging truth many retirees stumble upon is the unexpected onset of loneliness and social isolation. For years, your workplace served as a primary social hub. Daily interactions with colleagues, casual chats in the hallway, team meetings, office celebrations, these all provided a constant stream of social connection, often without you even consciously thinking about it. You had a built-in network, people who shared common experiences and goals, even if they weren't your closest friends. Then, suddenly, that daily interaction disappears. Your work friends are still working, busy with their own lives, and their schedules might not align with your newfound freedom. You might find that your social circle shrinks dramatically almost overnight. Add to that the possibility that old friends may have moved away, or their own health issues might limit their ability to socialize, and you can quickly find yourself spending a lot more time alone than you ever anticipated. The quiet of the house, which once seemed like a peaceful luxury, can start to feel oppressive, even deafening. This isn't just about missing big parties. It's about missing the small, everyday connections that nourish your spirit. The quick chat with the barista, the wave to a neighbor, the shared laugh with a colleague. This truth can be particularly brutal for those who were highly social at work or whose partners are still working, leaving them with long, empty days. The solution here is to be deliberate and proactive about building a new social network and maintaining existing connections. This means actively seeking out opportunities for interaction. Join clubs that align with your interests: a book club, a hiking group, a crafting circle, a golf league. Look into community centers that offer classes or activities specifically for seniors. Consider volunteering, which not only provides a sense of purpose, as we discussed earlier, but also introduces you to like-minded people. Reaching out to old friends and scheduling regular calls or meetups, even if they're just once a month, can make a huge difference. Don't be afraid to try new things and put yourself out there. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but building a robust social life in retirement is crucial for your mental and emotional well-being. Isolation can be as damaging to your health as smoking, so it's something to take very seriously and actively work against. Next, let's talk about a truth that often remains unspoken but can create significant ripples in the home: the potential for marital strain or unexpected changes in primary relationships. For many years, you and your partner likely operated on a certain dynamic, shaped by your separate work schedules, individual interests, and routines. You had your own spaces, your own daily triumphs and frustrations to share at the end of the day, and periods of separation that made time together feel special. But in retirement, suddenly, you're spending a lot more time together, often in close quarters, and this can be both a blessing and a challenge. What once was a comfortable rhythm can become a source of unexpected tension. You might discover that you and your partner have very different ideas about what retirement should look like. One of you might dream of constant travel and adventure, while the other yearns for quiet days at home, pursuing hobbies. One might want to take on all the household tasks, while the other prefers to delegate or just relax. These differing expectations, when not openly discussed, can lead to frustration, resentment, and even arguments. It's also common for partners to suddenly notice habits in each other that were minor annoyances before. But now, with constant exposure, become magnified. The way someone chews, or how they load the dishwasher, or their preferred TV volume. These small things can feel much bigger when you're together 24/7. This newfound proximity can also expose underlying issues in the relationship that were perhaps masked by busy schedules. The brutal truth is that retirement isn't automatically a romantic idyll. It's a new phase that requires intentional effort and adaptation. The key here is open, honest, and frequent communication before retirement, and certainly once you're in it. Sit down together and talk explicitly about your individual and shared expectations for this new chapter. What do you each envision? What are your dreams? What are your non-negotiables? Be prepared to compromise and find activities you can enjoy together, but also respect each other's need for personal space and individual pursuits. Encourage each other to maintain friendships and hobbies outside the relationship. If tensions persist, don't hesitate to seek out a marriage counselor. Many couples find that professional guidance helps them navigate this transition more smoothly, rediscovering their connection and building a fulfilling new rhythm together. Remember, this is a chance to deepen your bond, but it requires mindful effort and understanding. As we delve deeper into the unvarnished realities of retirement, the fifth brutal truth that often comes as a shock is how quickly health challenges can escalate, often more rapidly and extensively than we ever anticipated. When you're younger and working, you might get the occasional cold or flu, but generally, your body is resilient, recovery is quick, and serious health issues might seem like a distant concern. But with each passing year in retirement, the body naturally undergoes changes. Aches and pains become more common. Recovery from even minor ailments takes longer, and chronic conditions like arthritis, diabetes, or heart disease can become more prevalent and demanding. What might have been a small health niggle in your 50s can become a significant daily challenge in your 70s or 80s. This isn't about being alarmist, but acknowledging that increased doctor visits, specialist appointments, physical therapy, and a growing list of medications often become a much larger part of life than most retirees initially account for. The brutal part isn't just the physical discomfort, it's the cumulative effect on your energy levels, your ability to participate in activities you once enjoyed, and, significantly, the financial burden. Even with good health insurance, co-pays, deductibles, and non-covered services can add up quickly. Eating into those carefully planned retirement savings, mobility might become an issue, requiring adaptations to your home or limiting travel. The independence you cherished might feel threatened by increasing reliance on others for transportation or daily tasks. The lesson here is paramount: proactive health management becomes non-negotiable. This means prioritizing regular checkups, following your doctor's advice diligently, and embracing a lifestyle that supports your well-being. It's about maintaining a regular exercise routine, even if it's just gentle walks or chair yoga, making thoughtful dietary choices to fuel your body, ensuring you get adequate sleep, and managing stress effectively. It also involves being realistic about your physical capabilities and adapting your activities accordingly. Don't push yourself to do what you did at 40 if your body is telling you otherwise. Instead, find joy in modified activities and cherish what your body can still do. Planning for potential future health needs, both financially and practically, is also a crucial but often overlooked step. This includes considering long-term care insurance or discussing care preferences with your family, ensuring your wishes are known and planned for. Facing this truth head-on allows you to mitigate its impact, making the most of your health and maintaining your quality of life for as long as possible. Finally, the sixth brutal truth, and one that often catches the most optimistic retirees off guard, is the unsettling grip of boredom and a profound lack of structure. For years, your life was largely dictated by a schedule: alarm clocks, work hours, meetings, commutes, errands, family commitments. Even your leisure time was often planned around these fixed points. When retirement arrives, that rigid structure dissolves overnight. Initially, this boundless freedom feels exhilarating. No more alarms, no deadlines. Every day is yours to command. But for many, this novelty wears off surprisingly quickly, replaced by an unnerving sense of emptiness. The endless days can begin to feel, well, endless, and without purpose. You might wake up in the morning with no clear agenda, no immediate goals, and too much unstructured time can quickly lead to feelings of listlessness, apathy, and genuine boredom. This isn't the kind of temporary boredom you shake off by watching a movie. It's a deeper, more pervasive feeling of lacking direction and engagement. Your brain, accustomed to solving problems and learning new things, can feel underutilized, leading to a decline in mental sharpness. The days can blur into one another, and you might find yourself just drifting, rather than truly living. The brutal truth here is that freedom, without purpose or structure, can become a burden. The antidote is to consciously and proactively build a new, fulfilling structure for your days. This doesn't mean recreating a 9-to-5 work schedule, but rather establishing routines and engaging in activities that give your days shape, meaning, and excitement. Set small daily or weekly goals, perhaps learning a new skill, volunteering a few hours a week, committing to regular exercise, or dedicating time to a creative pursuit. Join a club, take a class at a local college or community center, or even start a small passion project from home. The key is to schedule activities that you look forward to and that provide a sense of accomplishment. However small, it's about designing a life that feels meaningful and engaging, rather than simply letting time pass by. Create a balance between scheduled activities and spontaneous leisure. This intentional approach helps keep your mind sharp, your spirit vibrant, and ensures that your golden years truly feel golden, rather than just empty. It ensures your freedom is an opportunity, not a void. So, there you have it. 6 truths about retirement that many people experience but few openly discuss. We've talked about the quiet struggle with a lost sense of self that used to be defined by work, and the surprising depth of financial pressures that can linger even with careful planning. We've explored the unexpected waves of loneliness that can wash over you once the daily social fabric of work disappears, and how your closest relationships, particularly with your partner, might need new navigation in this fresh chapter. We've also acknowledged that your body's needs and healthcare costs will likely increase more than you'd expect, demanding more proactive attention and planning. And finally, we discussed that seemingly endless free time can, ironically, lead to a profound sense of boredom and a lack of daily structure. But understanding these potential challenges isn't meant to fill you with dread. Quite the opposite. It's about empowering you to approach retirement with foresight, armed with knowledge that can transform potential pitfalls into opportunities for a richer, more fulfilling life. Remember, this isn't about perfect preparation, because life always throws curveballs. It's about building resilience, cultivating a flexible mindset, and being willing to adapt. Small, consistent efforts in each of these areas can make an enormous difference to your overall happiness and peace of mind in these golden years. Retirement truly can be a magnificent time of life, full of joy, discovery, and deep satisfaction. But it's a journey that benefits immensely from an honest understanding of its less talked about realities. By facing these truths now, you're not just preparing for retirement, you're setting yourself up to truly thrive in it. What unexpected truths have you discovered in your own journey? Or what are your biggest worries as you approach retirement? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could be incredibly helpful to others navigating this big life change. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more helpful content designed to help you live your best life at every age. Thank you for watching.